I've read about mines like this, but seeing one is something else altogether.
How nice. So far.
Armit, you'll need to stay close to me. I've dealt with worse enemies than this.
I won't rest.
Potato!
Why can't I hit you?
Glacis! Expelliarmus! Confringo!
I won't.
Revelio!
More than I'm used to.
I'll get us through here safely, Armit. You have my word. Accio! Depulso! Accio! Revelio! We're being watched. By a door. Accio! He won't get through as long as we can be seen by that eye. Descendo! Flipendo! Reparo! I should use disillusionment. That eye won't see a thing. Confringo! Accio! Revelio!
Yes, of course.
Revelio. Confringo. Accio. Revelio.
I feel like a character from one of the adventure books I read during the summer holidays.
Let's take a look around, Armit. See if we can find any plans.
Schematic? Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lodgok empty-headed.
Revelio.
If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what? I really need to focus on what they've been building up here.
Descendo. Confringo. Potato. Capindo.
One less shoot.
Confringo. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Capindo. Confringo.
Descendo!
Expelliarmus. Pity. Incendio. Revelio.
It's too much.
Stay close. I've handled much worse.
Another boiler. This place is more complex than Another schematic. What are they going to build? This mine is too small for whatever it is. There must be more notes around here. What could they be building?
Confringo. Accio. Revelio.
When the war is over, goblins will rule over wizards and...
Revelio. Petrificus totalis.
Those goblins only work in the mine for once or other.
Revelio.
Go and patrol!
Petrificus
Got
totalis.
nothing better to do.
Revelio. Petrificus totalis.
Is somebody there? Hello?
Oh, there's a hole in my pocket.
Course it was nothing. No one here as usual. I know I heard something that time.
Revelio. Petrificus totalis.
I can be used for better things than this so-called patrol. Huh? Who is it?
Petrificus totalis.
Oh!
How many of them are there?
That should be the last of them I'll meet. Dependo. Revelio.
I'm quite good at sneaking about. You'll see.
Confringo. Dependo. Accio. Revelio.
This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodgok what we found. There must be a quicker way out of here than retracing our steps.
I need a moment to catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me, Amit. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here. Revelio. We're almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
A welcome sight indeed. Can we please talk?
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday. Without further ado, adieu.
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
Ah. The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch, and I heard she'd been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lodgok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
Professor, I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival, and I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. I'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
Revelio. Sebastian, that relic you mentioned,
I believe one of Slytherin's students stumbled upon the relic during an assignment to study sarcophagi in this catacomb. From what I read in a report by the student, they weren't permitted to take it with them, so I must assume it's still here. As I mentioned earlier, this relic grants its holder the power to reverse dark magic curses. If it's in this catacomb, I have to find it. For Anne. I need to see her.
I'm ready to explore the catacomb. Perhaps we can visit Anne when we've finished.
Perfect. By the way, Ominous has been asking about you. You didn't tell him what we were doing, did you?
I didn't. I promise.
Good. Ominous would be livid if he knew what we were about to do. I'll be interested to compare what lies inside to what I've read about this. I'm sure that foul smell is the scent of success. Try not to lose your nerve just yet.
Revelio. Incendio. Confringo. Defendo. Expelliarmus. At least now we know we're not alone in here.
Perhaps that was it. And the rest of the tomb will be insect-free.
Yeah, spiders aren't insects.
Don't start.
Revelio. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Defendo. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Bombarda. Confringo. Revelio. Accio. Revelio.
Now this is the sort of great room I want to be buried in.
Surrounded by grandeur.
Grandeur and then some. Even an altar
Reparo.
with a pile of bones. Lovely.
Bones outside a sarcophagus. Seems odd. There's something here by the altar. Bombarda! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Revelio!
Did you hear that?
We're in a tomb. I assume eerie sounds come with the territory. Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Revelio!
What did you find?
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Looks like part of a student's diary. It mentions plans to return for the relic and conjuring barricades using bones.
Of course. The student's summary referenced a space beyond the Great Room, which means this can't be a dead end. I have the report if you want to have a look. Let's divide and conquer. You work on sorting out the bone barricades, I'll look around and see what we missed. Hold on to that diary entry. There may be more to it.
It does mention something else. It says their next assignment was learning the Imperius Curse.
Really? Interesting. We need to focus on moving beyond this room. But let me think for a moment.
Of course. I'll start to search for those barricades.
Brilliant. There's more to this
Revelio.
than I imagined.
Bombarda! We've made it this far, but clearly we have more to do. Accio! Revelio! Accio! Confringo! I need to find a safe way across. Incendio! Confringo! Accio! Arresto! Incendio! Confringo! Incendio! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Rickety bone bridge complete. Revelio! Accio! Revelio! Accio! Revelio!
Before we trudge on further, I've just
Confringo!
realized... The student's diary mentions the Imperius Curse. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to need it here. It's an unforgivable, but useful when you're outnumbered. Places the victim completely under the caster's control. So, if you'd like to learn Imperio, I can teach you.
It's probably wise to know the spell.
I couldn't agree more. A spell that could save your life shouldn't be unforgivable. You have a lot at stake. You have an ability that evidently no one's seen for centuries. Focus your wand movement. It's not an easy spell to master. There we go. Something troubling ahead. Be on your...
Revelio. Imperial. Glacius. Bombarda. Crucio. Arresto Momento. Descendo. Revelio. Bombarda. Revelio. Depulso.
Another barricade.
Accio.
Considering how
Wingardium
well we did the
Leviosa.
last one, this should be a cinch.
How gracious of you.
I try.
Revelio. Accio.
This looks different than what we faced before. Now we're also
Depulso.
green symbols.
Accio. Revelio.
That worked. Keep going.
Bombarda. Glacius. Bombarda. Imperial. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Bombarda. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Accio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
You are head and shoulders above these bones. Nicely done.
Revelio.
I see why Slytherin's student was so entranced with this place.
Bombarda. Incendio. Confringo. Defendo. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Defendo. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Incendio. Imperio. Glacius. Bombarda. cruising. Flipendo. Arresto momentum. Descendo. Levioso. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Defendo. Incendio. Revelio. For a moment there, I thought that'd never end.
Dead end. Lovely. All that for nothing.
Hold on. Don't give up yet. Sebastian! The relic! Look! Could it be? The note and rendition of the relic. It matches. This must be where the student left the relic.
I can't believe it. After all this, it lines up. We've really found it.
What do you suppose is meant by the dark sacrifice required to realize the relic's potential?
I have no idea. But we're here for the relic.
I'm willing to ignore what the journal entry says. We're taking the relic.
Agreed. This is meant to be. For Anne's sake. I'm taking it. Let's get to Feldcroft. I must keep this relic secret. Especially from my uncle. Is that... ominous? Ominous. The sounds we kept hearing. It was you.
You gave me no choice. I had to follow you. Sebastian, please, leave the relic alone. We can find another way to help Anne.
I'm sorry, Ominous, but I'm taking it.
No, you're not. If you won't put it back, then I will.
Hold on, both of you. Sebastian, please, take a step back.
Fine, but Ominous knows. I won't step back from a fight.
Can't believe this.
How much did you hear?
Everything. I heard you encourage Sebastian to take the relic.
Sebastian's done his research. He knows what he's doing.
Sebastian makes things sound easy when they could be impossible or dangerous. We need to stop him.
And if nothing will change his mind?
Something has to. I need your help.
You're right. This seems far riskier than Sebastian realizes.
Good. We're agreed. We don't allow him to leave here with the relic.
I do think we should talk to him, but I fear we won't stop him from taking the relic.
What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting we negotiate. We allow Sebastian to leave with the relic under one condition. After this, no more.
I feel that's what we agreed to in the scriptorium. I'm being taken for a fool.
You're not, Ominous. This may be the only way to keep your friendship intact. Let's trust him to know what's best.
Fine. If I trust him on this, I'm trusting you too. The dark arts seem harmless until it's too late. Go then. Leave with the relic. I'll not say a word more. I hope I don't regret this.
Sebastian, we're ready.
What is it? I haven't changed my mind.
Ominous has. Let's go.
What?
Revelio.
Ominous.
I'll explain on the way. Come on. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Defendo. Bombada. Glacius. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Confringo. Defendo. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Incendio. Bombarda. Accio. Imperio. Incendio. Confringo. Expelliarmus! Revelio! Confringo! Accio! Revelio! Accio! Incendio! Revelio.
Well, what happened back there?
Ominous and I found a compromise.
Ominous simply needs a moment with you and he'll change his mind. Is that it?
I told him we ought to give you this chance, that the relic is too important to ignore.
There has to be more to it than that.
Confringo! We agreed on what was needed, Sebastian. You have my word. Revelio!
I never wanted to keep all this from Ominous. He just doesn't understand. And I didn't want to worry him all
Revelio.
over again. As we were leaving, Ominous wouldn't even acknowledge me. That's not like him.
He was troubled, Sebastian. Even though we agreed to it all, it's been a lot to take in.
I thought he understood. He knew we couldn't give up. All of this is too important. For Anne. When we get to Feldcroft, I'd rather Anne not know what had to be done to get this relic. She thinks like Ominous, but it only upset her. Oh no, this isn't good.
What is it?
Smoke! Over there, by the hamlet. Feldcroft's in trouble. They're under attack.
Let's hurry.
Your spells glance off of me.
Imperial!
That was meant for me.
Bombarda! Incendio! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Fight!
Keep up your feet!
Defendo!
What an unfortunate disappointment!
Confringo!
Got him!
Expelliarmus! Confringo!
Let's get this over with.
Incendio! Defendo!
This is funny!
You're not with here.
Heavy on
Revelio! Incendio! Confringo! Defendo! Expelliarmus!
I'm handling it.
Imperial! Accio! Bombarda! Glacius!
Stay back! Keep out the way!
There's nowhere to go.
We have to
Arresto
fight.
momentum! Flipendo! Descendo!
Uncle, to the right.
Got him!
They're closing in.
Descendo! Glacius!
You'll not win here.
Bombarda!
Be careful.
Glacius!
Mine.
Boy! What have you done?
Saved my sister.
With an unforgivable curse. From that damned book, no doubt. Your father would be ashamed. You've gone too far, Sebastian. Stay away from her. From all of us.
What did my uncle expect me to do? The Imperious curse saved Anne's life. That goblin was going to kill her.
You did what you had to do.
If I have to keep proving that to my uncle, I will. He cannot banish me from my own home. From my sister.
It might be best to let him calm down a while. May I speak to him? Perhaps I can help to ease the tension a bit.
You may be right. Very well. Probably best if I get away from here for a while. I'll head back to Hogwarts.
Pardon me, Mr. Sallow.
What Sebastian did was inexcusable. You cannot possibly be about to defend him.
Sebastian and I have encountered Ranrock's loyalists before. That goblin would have killed Anne.
This family does not resort to using dark magic, even against our enemies. What Sebastian did cannot be undone. That you are defending Sebastian's behavior at all tells me everything I need to know. You are as guilty as he is. Sebastian is to come nowhere near Feldcroft, nowhere near Anne. Unforgivable curses are so named for a reason. Why, Sebastian?
Revelio.